Over the years, there's been a lot of time and energy spent in hip-hop trying to determine who is the richest rapper. We took the guesswork out of it, and as we do every year, we're gonna give you the top 5 from the Forbes perspective. So, the 5 rappers who have the most money in terms of net worth. Here we go, number 5, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. He came onto the scene a little later than some of the other guys who are on this list, but he definitely made a splash. His biggest deal was the vitamin water sale, for which he took home $100 million after taxes. That's enough to keep him on this list for a very long time. More recently, he's branched out into other enterprises, including SK Energy Shot, which is a big competitor to 5-Hour Energy Drink. It's still a ways away from that category leader, but it's getting into being the number 2 slot for a growing category. Look for that to be an increasing source of his wealth as he moves on. Moving up the list to number 4 is Brian Birdman Williams at $150 million. Birdman co-founded Cash Money Records about 2 decades ago with his brother. And ever since then, it's become one of the biggest forces in all of hip-hop. Today it boasts a roster that includes Drake, Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, and a host of other artists, including Birdman himself. Birdman has diversified into other areas, including vodka and clothing. There's even a Cash Money publishing arm for books. Number 3 on the list is Andre Dr. Dre Young at $350 million. He's up nearly $100 million from last year, and that can be attributed almost completely to the success of Beats by Dr. Dre, the headphone line he and Jimmy Iovine co-founded about 6 years ago. In the last couple years, Beats by Dr. Dre has taken nearly 2/3 of the premium headphone market, so that's all headphones over $99. Moving up to number 2, Sean JayZ Carter. He's on near the top of the list for the 3rd year in a row. JayZ, I think, is one of the more interesting cases here because his wealth isn't attributable to one specific thing in the way that, say, Dr. Dre or Birdman is. He's got interest in all kinds of things from the Barclays Center. He sold his Rockaware clothing line for $204 million. So he's got a lot of money in the bank, and he's got a lot of other ventures that are continuing to increase in value, hence his rise toward $500 million. Number 1 on our list of the wealthiest rappers is Sean Diddy Combs at $580 million. He is well in the lead on the race to $1 billion, and you can pretty much attribute that to one thing, Ciroc vodka. That's his deal with Diageo, the maker of Ciroc, and it's extremely favorable for Diddy. The reason is that when he signed on a few years back, it was not a profitable brand. It was basically a blip on the beverage radar screen, and so they gave Diddy a very favorable deal to get in on it. He's just promoted it like crazy and worked it up to be one of the top vodka brands in the world right now. So he gets a huge payout. We're talking double-digit millions per year in earnings. And he's also entitled to a big chunk of any proceeds if the brand is ever sold. So there you have it, the Forbes 5 list of the wealthiest rappers. Diddy, number 1 again.